Hello guys, welcome back to my channel and a new video. If you're new here, please feel free to subscribe down below. I post a new video every single week. And if you're not new here, then welcome back. So for today's video, I thought it'd be fun to recreate this makeup look by Leah Halton. I actually started following her on her Instagram first and I absolutely loved all of her outfits and her makeup was so flawless. And after she created this viral video, she made a YouTube tutorial on that makeup look. So I decided to watch the entire makeup tutorial and recreate it on myself. And I absolutely love how it turned out. So if you want to see how I did it and all the products I used, keep on watching. Okay, so I'm just going to show you guys a photo of the makeup for reference. So this is the makeup that we're trying to go for. It's a very clean, simple look, but it's absolutely beautiful. So let's go ahead and get started. I already prepped my skin, so I'm just gonna pull my hair back. Okay, so next thing that she does is she starts with her primer. So I'm gonna be using the e.l.f. Power Grip Primer. I'm just going to put a line on each part of my face. For this, she actually uses a brush, so I'm gonna try and use my foundation brush and see if it helps. I have never used a brush for my primer before, but it honestly feels kind of nice. Okay, so while the primer is setting, we're gonna do brows. And for brows, she does kind of a similar technique that I do. She just uses her brow gel and just sculpts them in place. So for this, I'm gonna be using a tinted brow gel. This is the Refi Brow Gel in Deep Brown. And I'm just gonna go a little closer. You can see I'm just brushing them upwards and then kind of dragging them out. This I feel kind of helps to elongate my face a little bit. I really like how the Refi Brow Gels set my eyebrows. Before this, I was using a clear brow gel, but I really like the tinted one. I feel like it adds a little bit of color. So starting off the base, we're going to be using the Charlotte Tilbury Flawless Filter, and mine is like destroyed. So pretty much what she does with this is she just drags it on her face. It out like this. Oh, I'm using shade 4.5, which is the same shade that she uses. I'm actually really excited to be trying this look because I feel like a lot of the techniques that she does is similar to what I do. Okay, so now that that's kind of spread out on our face, we're gonna go in with a brush and just blend it out. Also, do not forget to blend down to your neck. I haven't used this in a while, but oh my goodness, I absolutely love how it looks. It's very natural and it gives me a little bit of a tan. So next thing is concealer. I'm going to be using the Haus Labs concealer today. And I'm just going to try to apply it kind of like she does. She does a lot more concealer than I usually do, but I'm going to try it just for the purpose of this look. She does it like all down her chin like this. I don't know if she does on the nose, but I always do on the nose, so I'm just gonna do it. Okay, so now that we're looking a little crazy, I'm gonna blend it out with my beauty blender. This one is from Sephora and it's so good. I absolutely love it. This concealer absolutely blends like butter into my skin. I love the finish that it gives. Now for this part, she says to do 90% of your under eyes. That way you can kind of blend in the rest of the concealer into the bronzer and the blush. So now that that's done, we're going to go into cream contour, and I use the Makeup by Mario bronzing stick. This one is in the shade medium. Now I think she puts it a little bit lower on the cheek, like right under the cheekbone like this, which is a little bit different for me because I kind of put it more high, and then she puts it on her forehead. And she has the most perfect nose, but I don't, so I'm just going to contour it a little bit. So now we're just going to blend it out with this Makeup by Mario brush. I only did light nose contour because we're going to do more contour with freckles after, which is also something I've never tried, so I'm actually excited to see how it's going to look on me. So now we're moving on to blush, and for the blush I'm going to be using the Makeup by Mario blush stick in the shade Dusty Rose, and I'm just going to apply this right onto this part of my cheeks and a little bit up because she kind of goes higher up with the blush. And then she also adds a little bit on her nose, so I'm going to do that as well. And once again, we're just going to blend it all out. I love this blush. It's literally my favorite one. I use it every single day. I just absolutely love this shade of pink. It's so pretty. For this, you want to try and blend it a little bit higher up. So now that that's done, we're going to just blend out the remaining parts of the concealer that we didn't finish and kind of pull it outwards so that it blends properly with the blush. Okay, so now that that's all done, we're going to move on to powder. And for this, I'm going to be using the Huda Beauty Loose Setting Powder in the shade Cherry Blossom Cake.
I can't find my black powder puff. I want the black one. Oh, here it is.
Okay, so for this step, we kind of do a similar thing. So I'm going to be taking some powder onto my powder puff, and I'm just going to start with the inside of my nose and go outwards. So that's kind of what she does also. So this technique, she says, kind of helps like reverse contour your nose, which I really like. Okay, so now I'm just gonna lightly set everywhere else around my face. I'm gonna set on my nose because my nose gets super oily. The only place I'm not going to set is on my cheeks where the contour or the blush is, because we're gonna leave that for after. Okay, so after we're done with the powder, we're gonna go in with the Charlotte Tilbury setting spray. I'm just gonna lock everything in and let that dry for a couple of minutes. I'm just gonna give you guys a little close-up of how it's looking right now. Okay, so now that that's done, we're gonna move on to powder products. So the reason I said don't set your cream bronzer or blush is because we're gonna set it with our powder products, which is something that I usually always do. So I'm happy that she does this as well. For the bronzer, I'm gonna be using the Makeup by Mario powder bronzer in the shade Light Medium. And we're just gonna lightly tap it onto where we put our cream bronzer. Now we're gonna go into the forehead as well. I absolutely love bronzer. I could add this all day. Okay, so now that that's done, we're moving on to powder blush, and I thought what better than the Dior blush. This one is in the shade Rosy Glow. I absolutely love this powder blush. It's my favorite one. So we're just going to once again tap that wherever we put our blush. Now I'm pretty sure I said this in like one of my videos, but I never used to be a blush girly because I thought that I looked like redness from my acne, because I always had acne, and now I'm just obsessed with it. Like I don't even think about it anymore. I'm just kidding. Sometimes it still affects me, but like I try not to think about it. Especially like red or like peachy kind of blushes, they kind of get me like, oh my god, is that an acne scar peeking through? Like, okay, so now we're gonna move on to highlight, and this is kind of embarrassing that I don't really own highlighter. I used to have a palette, but I just ended up throwing it out because it broke, and then after that I never bought another one except for this Charlotte Tilbury wand. This is in the shade Gold Gasm, so I don't really know if it's gonna work for this look, but we're gonna try. Now she puts a lot of highlight on her nose, right on the tip, and I think this is gonna be okay. Okay. And I also have some highlight in the inner corner, and I'm gonna use a brush for this. I can't even tell if it's like working. Oh, there we go. It looks cute. And then for the cheek highlight, I thought I would just use this Charlotte Tilbury blush wand. This one has a little bit of like glow to it and a sparkle, and I feel like it'll look really nice with the pink. I'm just going to tap it onto the high point of my face like this. And then I'm just gonna blend it with a brush. What better than more blush, you know? See how it gives like that kind of glow that she has? Like, it's perfect. It actually is perfect. Okay, so I think that's it for the makeup portion. Oh wait, I forgot the freckles. Okay, so I completely forgot to do the freckles, which was the part I was most excited about because I've never actually done freckles on my face. So let's just do that quickly. I'm gonna be using this tiny brush from Sephora, and I'm also gonna use this Anastasia brow pomade, and I'm gonna just dip the brush into it and try and like tap it onto my face, I guess. And you're supposed to do it like contour, because I had to go and wet the brush more because it wasn't really working. It's like barely noticeable. Maybe I should try using an eyeshadow, like I don't know. Also, this brow pomade is like super old, so like I don't really know if it'll work properly. Wherever. Oh, I kind of did it. I don't know if you guys can see that, but it looks kind of bad. I did the best that I could with the freckles, but honestly I don't really think it looks good. Like I can barely see it on camera, but then in person it's like okay. I don't know. I've never done this before, so please let me know what you think and be honest. Okay, so now we're gonna move on to the eyeliner. I think I'm gonna use a brown eyeshadow for this because I don't have a liquid liner. I also have this eyeliner brush that I'm gonna use as well. I'm gonna do this step off camera because I haven't done eyeliner in like months, so I'm not gonna be able to see properly through the camera lens. What am I saying? The camera screen. So I'm gonna do it off camera and then I'll come back. Okay, so this is what we're looking like with the eyeliner. I actually really like how I did it. It took a lot of tries though, so thank god I didn't record it. After the eyeliner is gonna be mascara, and for this I'm gonna be using my lash curler and then the L'Oreal Panorama mascara. This one is actually in a black brown, so it's a little bit of a mix of both. Okay, so we're just gonna curl the lashes as normal. So she has a certain technique for this. She starts by just brushing the, I almost said brows, brushing the lashes up normally. I just poked myself in the eye. All right, so we're back after I almost just poked my eye out. So we're gonna keep going. So like I said before, she just brushes them up normal, and then she kind of like brings them out a little bit to give a cat eye shape. Oh, I actually really like this. I'm like really trying to show you guys in the camera. Brushing like normal. I have to like drag it outwards. I like to blink every time I do it, and I also keep my mouth open, so please don't mind that. Also, I'm starting to like the freckles. I just didn't like them before because I think I wasn't used to it, but now it looks good. Okay, this is how we're looking with the mascara now. I'll do a little close-up for you guys just so you guys can see. Okay, so last thing is gonna be the lips. Now, Leah doesn't use any lipstick on her lips for this look. She only uses lip liners, and I noticed one of them was a Charlotte Tilbury one. So we're gonna use these today. We're gonna try our best to use these because I cannot find my sharpener and they're extremely dull. Okay, so I'm just gonna line my lips with this shade. This is in the shade medium. And then I'm also going to go in with the Refi lip liner in the shade Rosewood. I just kind of went on like the inside and like colored that part in. I'm going to add a lip balm in the center just so my lips don't get chapped. This one is from Aquaphor. It's super nice. It's not like very shiny either, so it still keeps the effect. And that's it for the lips. Okay, and then the last thing that we're going to do is just spray some Charlotte Tilbury setting spray over top. Super nice. Let that dry, and then I think this is the finished look, guys. Okay guys, so I think that is it for today's video. Please let me know what you guys think in the comments. Personally, I think I did a pretty good job, especially considering I usually do use these makeup tips in my everyday makeup routine as well. But I am absolutely in love with this. Like, Leah is amazing at makeup and what she does. But yeah, that is all for today's video. Thank you guys so much for watching. Once again, please feel free to subscribe down below. I post a new video every single week. Also, feel free to check out all my other social media channels. I will link them down below and at the end of this video. But yeah, thank you guys so much again, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye, guys.